Spring is finally here and football is back, baby.
There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Hello and welcome to this episode of War Eagle Weekly. Josh, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I am doing great because it is football season, and despite the trepidation we may have heading into the season, despite the years past that we have felt, everybody is excited for Auburn football to be back and for us to get the spring football training going.
So excited. But before we go to football, Cameron, I think you owe me something. I think you owe me
Uh,
something.
okay. All right. In regards to Auburn basketball, at the very beginning of the season, Joshua said that this team was an NIT level team. I laughed at him. I criticized him throughout the entire year until we got there towards the end of the season, and it kind of started looking like that was going to be a possibility. Although Auburn was ranked number 38 and should have gotten in, it's hard to argue with the success that Texas has had over Auburn, and therefore Auburn was an NIT team. And Josh, you were correct. I was wrong.
Oh, that felt so good. Now, if you can get my wife to tell me I was right most of the time, that would be.
I can't help you with that. Can't help you with that at all. I can be the bigger man, but I cannot. I cannot do anything to convince your wife of that. So, but Josh, let's jump right into football because that's what everybody wants to talk about. Let's just be honest here. What do you want to see this spring from this team?
I want to see Byron Brown prove all these newfound haters wrong, dude. I mean, granted, the video of his throwing motion has come out, and there's
Yeah.
been a lot of haters coming out of the woodwork. It does look goofy. It does look Tim Tebow-esque, but we all know what Tebow did with his throwing motion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Byron Brown is on the same level as Tim Tebow. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying crazier things have happened.
Well, hey, in terms of SEC play, we can't say that. But in terms of stats and what he put up at UCF or USF, it definitely he is Tebow-esque. So I mean, I you can't argue with the success that he has had up to this point in the numbers that he put up: three
Yeah, you
thousand
can't
yards
argue with
passing and
his
1,000
success.
yards rushing. Yeah,
You can't argue with the success, but you can argue with the caliber of opponents.
very true. Very true. He did beat Florida last year, so let's
He
just
did.
remember that.
He
Let's
did.
remember that.
He did.
Josh, for me, what I want to see this year or this spring is I want to see some intensity, and I want to see the players drive to be the best damn players out there show on film. That's what I want to see. And
I
to
mean,
be fair, right now we're kind of seeing it. There's some intensity through these videos that Auburn football is releasing that we just frankly haven't seen in the last few years.
it's true, and a lot of the players that were on the team last year are coming out and saying that the intensity from
Yeah,
Alex Galesh is a lot higher than it was with Hugh Freeze. This is all hearsay at this point because we don't have access to these spring football
no, we do
practices.
not.
But all we can go by is off the word of these football players, and who knows better than the players.
No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And to touch on the Byron Brown situation and what you talked about, his throwing motion, it is scary. I'm not gonna lie, it is scary. I told you that it just looks like a sack fumble waiting to happen. It's hard to argue with what it looks like, and everybody that is defending him, go for it. I'm all for you defending Byron Brown and talking about his success that he's had at this point, but he hasn't played in the SEC. The everything is a little bit faster, and so it concerns me. Now, he may go out there and prove me completely wrong, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm not going to have a problem with his throwing motion. And as long as he's winning and getting touchdown passes, I'm not going to have a problem with it at all. But it is concerning. Those that watch football, you can clearly see there is something that is off with his throwing motion in the sense that it's not your traditional tight throwing motion that you like to see.
It's really not. And if you go back and even watch Cam Newton throw the ball, he sometimes when he was going
He
super
did.
deep,
He'd get a
he would
little down.
sometimes he would cock it to the right or cock it
Yeah.
to the side and let it loose. I haven't really seen a lot of video of Byron Brown throwing short passes. It's always been just
Hmm.
bombs.
Good
So
point.
it could be that. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, if it's worked for him so far, I'm not super concerned about it. The only thing I have been concerned about since you brought it up is the sack fumble situation. But watching the film from last year, I mean, if you can get to the guy, you might be able to get a sack fumble. But his pocket presence seems to be outstanding. I don't know if a player is going to be able to get to him that many times to make it a problem.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair, Josh. And the thing is I like the demeanor I've seen from him. I like the demeanor I've seen from all the other players. I just like everything that I'm seeing from the USF players that have come over. They seem like they are meant to be there. There is some consistency. It doesn't feel like the first spring practice of a new coach. It just doesn't. And it's because of how many players he brought over. And so it just feels really, really good to have what we're seeing right now. Now, again, at the same time, it's spring, and so a lot of shit can go wrong. And so let's jump into our next topic. The easy answer to this is win games, but how do you want this team to be different from years past?
I want to see players actually having fun. That's what I want to
Oh,
see. I
okay.
mean, if you watch football games from last year, uh, multiple players stood out after multiple drives. They did not look like they were out there having fun
Mm,
playing the sport that they love. The one that comes to mind is Perry Thompson, most notably. Every time he was on the field, he would come off looking super pissed and very
yeah.
disappointed in either how the drive ended or how many targets he did not get. Um, Granted, that could be on Perry. I don't know. He's not on the team any longer, but I want to see the players have fun. I don't want to hear about players getting special treatment in practices, having to have the defense slow down
I think
to
that's
get
in the
them to.
past.
Yeah, I'm really hoping so. Alex Galesh doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to slow
Yeah.
shit down for somebody just to make him feel good about himself. He's either going to be telling these players to get their head on straight or get off the field.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Uh, Josh, you hit the nail on the head on that. I think I didn't even think that wasn't going to be my answer, but it has such a profound, psyche relationship with the players. If they're out there having fun, they're going to play better. That's
Yes.
just bottom line. They're going to be wanting their teammates to play better. They're going to be celebrating. It's going to be fun and it's going to work out. I like that answer. I like that answer. For me, I want to see leadership. Leadership, leadership, leadership. We saw it on the defense. We saw it from Keldrick Fall. We saw it from those guys on the defensive side. But on the offense, we never saw the leaders. We never saw the person that go out
Not
there
a
and said,
single damn player, not a
not a
single
single
one.
one. Yeah. That said, this is our fucking time. We're going to win the game. Yes. No, I'm sick of it, Josh. I'm sick of having mediocre players that just don't care. And so
It's
I
true.
want to see the leadership. And you know what? Say what you will about his throwing motion. Byron Brown's the leader of this offense.
I mean, seeing all these videos from spring practice, that the dude's going out there, he's getting excited, he's having fun, he's getting the players excited,
Yeah.
he's getting them involved. So I mean, he looks like a leader, that's for sure.
Yep.
Early on,
Yep. He has a commanding presence. So I'm
yes.
all for it. So that's the positive side. What concerns do you have for this team? Because I have some concerns. If you'd like, I can lead this one off.
I think my biggest concern is transitioning from a lower level of opponent to
Mm,
SEC pace. Because he did bring a lot of players from USF and even an offensive lineman from JMU, who I hear is looking like he could be the starter. I don't know, but that would be my biggest concern is transitioning from that level of play to high intensity SEC football.
that's fair. That's a big concern that I had when we talked about the transfer portal and we were discussing football last after the hire of Alex Golesh. I had concern with those lower level guys coming up. But receivers, lower level receivers, I'm really not too worried about it. I mean, speed translates. Your specialty players, your skill players like that doesn't bother me. It's the linemen, like you pointed out, it's the linemen. Um, for me, sticking to the line a little bit, I'm gonna say the edge. I'm just we have one, maybe two players on the edge, and really everything else behind that is a question mark, a big question mark. Jarrett Smith looked like a dude last year when he did
Yes.
play. I mean, you and I texted, and it's just like you could clearly see when he was on the field and he was making plays, he made his presence known. But can he take that next step and play a majority of the snaps? Because we need him to play a majority of the snaps this year as a sophomore. Can he take that Keldrick Falk big jump to his sophomore year? And it's a little unfair to need this from him, but we don't have the players behind him. And so it really concerns me. If there's an injury on the edge position, I'm concerned. And if you can't get a pass rush on these quarterbacks in this league, your defense is going to be in trouble. Now DJ Durkin has proven that he can put together great defenses with or without a pass rush or with or without sacks, but that always does help, and so it is a concern for me.
I agree. I mean, the edge rush it does help with the secondary and their coverage matchups.
Yeah,
If there's no edge rush, then the quarterback's not hurried. The quarterback can take his time and find the best available target. Jared Smith, I mean, I think he has the body to take that leadership role and all those snaps. I think he can
yeah,
do that. But yeah, I agree with you. Our edge does seem to be our entire defensive line actually seems to be pretty thin. So I'd say that's a valid concern.
yep. Well, Josh, it has been a long, long season of Auburn basketball. We're finally
Ugh.
at the end of it, and thankfully, okay, thankfully is the wrong word. I would have wished Auburn would have made the tournament, but it's been nice watching those games and not feeling any stress, and watching those games and being able to enjoy the environment around March Madness. So I will say that that's been nice. But Auburn is in the NIT tournament. They are the number one overall seed. They are the odds-on huge favorite to win the whole damn thing. Coming up on Wednesday, we play Nevada, and so we should win that game. We should win the NIT. This team, you can tell that they still are the Auburn team that we saw during the year. It's frustrating at times to watch them even in this tournament when there's
How
less on the
hard is it to
line.
defend the three, dude? How
Yeah,
hard is it? Like,
yeah,
oh my god, oh my god, it's
yeah,
it's it's insane how accurate these teams are against Auburn behind the arc. It's so infuriating to watch.
yeah.
It's
No,
stupid. They're like
100%.
Seattle University almost came back because of the 3-point defense. It was stupid.
Yeah. And I will say neither one of us liked what Hall did. And I'm not talking about the Hall that's playing. I'm talking about the one that we're not going to really talk about too much or mentioned by name, should I say, because he's no longer really on the team for all intents and purposes. But to quit on your teammates, it shows
That's
low character.
Keyshawn Murphy, not Hall.
Murphy, not Hall, not Hall. My bad. You're right, not Hall.
Yes.
Keyshawn Murphy. It's the Keyshawn. Yeah, Keyshawn Murphy. Sorry, guys. Uh, Quitting on your team like that is just inexcusable, and it's gonna hurt his NBA prospects. It's gonna hurt his future moving forward. I didn't expect it from him, um, and so it just kind of hurt. But the team has bounced back quite nicely without him on the floor. To be perfectly honest.
It's true. I've liked what I've seen from Jovic. It's helped that we've had an actual shooting guard or guard to relief to Hod Pettiford and
Yeah.
Magwood. So it's nice not seeing
Welcome
Moose
back,
Bellick on the
Magwood.
court. So yes, thank goodness that first game he played in, he was possessed. He was a man
Yeah.
possessed, and right now it's actually a team effort from everybody getting these points and wins. It's not the
Yeah.
usual suspects from our games in the regular season. So it's really nice to see these players starting to actually gel and play together.
Yeah, I wonder if Murphy was the problem.
No, definitely not Murphy.
Who
It's
who
it's
who
definitely
do
the
you
other
think it is?
Keyshawn. It's the other Keyshawn. I cannot wait till number 7 is off this team, dude. I just can't.
Yeah. He knows how to get buckets, but in crunch time, he's always faltering. He always makes
Turnover
mistakes,
machine.
and yeah, I'm not too impressed. This team, I'm excited for the players that are likely to stick around. Or Jokic. I'm terrible with
Jovic.
that last name. Um,
Jovic.
Jovic. And maybe we get Magwood another year. Maybe he sticks around. It's hard to think he would just because of how ugly his benching was.
Yeah.
Um, but Freeman, hopefully he sticks around. SGA, I really would like to see his jump from year 1 to year 2.
It's not SGA. SWA.
SWA, man, you can tell I care less about this basketball team. That's what I'm saying. Is I'm getting all the freaking players' names wrong. Now for our longtime listeners and viewers, that's always been a problem of mine. So it's nothing new. But these players have been hard to root for this year. They really have been.
It really, yes. It really, really, really has been.
So, hopefully we go all the way. Hopefully we win this whole damn tournament. And if we do, I will celebrate just as much as the next Auburn person. But it'll be nice to finally get this basketball season over, to be perfectly honest.
Preach it.
Yep. So, Josh, War Eagle. And again, man, football's back, baby.
War damn Eagle, thank goodness I'm ready for it. I need it.
There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.